Water would be nice. All right, y'all. I was gonna read it from the teleprompter, but I'm gonna just say it how I wanna say it.
That's right.
It is our right to vote, and nobody can take that right from us.
That's right.
Unless you're a criminal. Anyways, we need to vote, especially us, the millennials, under 25 and over 18. We need to vote. Last election, everybody took it as a joke. Even me, I'm not even gonna front, because I thought, man, that person ain't gonna win. And look where we at now.
Right.
We need to vote so we can change our community. We need somebody that's gonna represent us, that's gonna protect us,
right?
Not put us with beef with everybody else. We don't need somebody that's gonna be arguing with ball players.
Right. That look like.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna let this woman tell it. I'm gonna let this woman tell it better. I'm gonna let her tell it better.
Hello, global citizens. I'm thrilled that all of you are here tonight and that you're using your voices to lift up your communities, our country, and our world. And no matter what issues you're passionate about, no matter what causes you're fighting for, there's one thing all of you can do that I guarantee will make a difference. And that is electing leaders who share your values and will stand up for you in the halls of power. So as a citizen and as an activist, it's critical that you get registered and cast your vote this November and make sure that everyone you know, your friends, family, neighbors, colleagues, make sure all of them are registered and ready to vote too. Our democracy only works with your participation. And that's why I'm so glad that Global Citizens Movement has teamed up with When We All Vote to ensure that every eligible voter casts their vote, not just in the election this November, but in every election for every office. So register to vote today. Sign up to vote.
I got your picture, she naked. Ice on the cake when I bake it. I'm switching lanes in the range. Stop with the for the brain. Stop with your bitch for your man. Stop with the trap for the fan. I saw the Cardi be Cardi and Ray. Cardi and body in the Rari. Diamonds all over my body. Shines all over my body. Cardi got the works on money. Bitch, you ain't gang, you leg. Better drop the name and leg. Go out the brain.
Quick, yo.
1 second, man. Ever since Cardi got rich, they upset.
Right.
Everybody wanna sue me. Anyways, y'all, let's end it up with my firstborn. This is my firstborn.
Let's do it.
7% of jobs in the US.
Yes. New York City. You know the words.
Hey.
Sing this.
You can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the scoop, I can get them both. I don't wanna choose, and I'm quick.
Say no words, say no words, say no words. What?
I don't dance now, I make money move. Yeah. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money.
Say what?
If I see you and I don't speak, that means I don't. I'm a boss.
Hands up, hands up. Say no words.
I was in the Stone Ages. As much
Impact an additional 2 million students by 2021. Take a look.
Polk County is one of the counties that you don't think about very much.
Stone Ages, as much as technology was, and I would say I had nothing.
You become a school teacher for one reason. You love kids. And so you don't have the same tools. You don't always believe that you have the same outcomes achievable for yourself.
Marrying it with a curriculum that's designed to have technology at the heart of it.
When we got the tablets, it changed everything.
By giving them that technology, By giving them that technology and then marrying it with a curriculum that's designed to have technology at the heart of it, we are really changing the way that students learn.
wait for 10 years from now when I get to talk to them again and see like who they are.
Global Citizen is dedicated to the environment. We are aiming for a zero waste festival, but we need your help. Here's a few ways you can be green at the Global Citizen Festival. Check out our Eco Hubs. An Eco Hub is a waste and resource recovery station where you can find the proper receptacle for disposing of all your waste. Take a minute to speak to our Global Citizen is dedicated to the environment. We are aiming for a zero waste festival, but we need your help. All Eco Hubs and wandering through the crowd for your convenience. This year, we are introducing a brand new program to reward global citizens for their earth-friendly actions here at the festival. These people are experts on all things earth-friendly. You will find members of our eco staff stationed at all eco hubs and wandering through the crowd for your brand new program to reward global citizens for their earth-friendly actions they take at the festival. The more you recycle, the more Global Citizen swag you could receive. Pick up a Global Citizen reusable bottle to replace single-use plastic ones. Do your by picking up a Global Citizen reusable straw at a concession stand. Pick up a Global Citizen tote bag and ditch those flimsy plastic bags. Here are some other ways you can be green while attending the Global Citizen Festival. Ditch glitter. Global Citizen Festival. Ditch glitter. Standard glitter is actually just tiny pieces of plastic. Arrive by public transportation. The MTA runs extra trains and buses specifically for the Global Citizen Festival. Or grab a city bike and ride to the festival in a way that has absolutely zero carbon emissions. Invest in a solar-powered, importantly, have lots of fun.
And because of the Civil War? I'm from a small West African country, Liberia. We have no intentions of leaving. And because of the... We decided... And because of the Civil War, my wife and I fled Liberia. We had no intentions of leaving. But when the war came, the city of Helena, Montana, to survive. And that's how we started that process to come to this country. I'm Wilmot Collins, and I'm the mayor of city of Helena, Montana.
In 1994, he came to Helena, Montana, a town of about 30,000 people that doesn't see a lot of change. When Wilmot Collins gained refugee status and moved to the United States in 1994, he came to Helena, Montana, a town of about 30,000 people that doesn't see a lot of change. More than 2 decades later, he decided to run for mayor of Helena, challenging
that I wanted to run for office, but as time would come closer and closer, I got scared because I didn't know the processes. I wasn't trained to be a mayor. Last year, my son came. Last year, my son came home and said, "Dad, we need to talk. Your time is now. You have to run." He pushed me, and finally I said, "Okay, I'm going to run." And I didn't run on a refugee platform. I ran on a platform that would serve my community.
Hi, how are you?
I met with people. I participated in Shy Away because I knew the hard questions had to be answered.
In Helena, Montana, a first-time candidate beat a 16-year incumbent.
The first African-American mayor in Montana history.
An unlikely leader in a state where only...
An American mayor in Montana history.
An unlikely leader in a state where only 0.5% of the population looks like him.
You know, when I got elected, it immediately became overwhelming, I have to tell you. Within the first 9 days, we had 30-plus interviews from everywhere. So when Huffington Post called and said, "How does it feel to make history?" I said, "What history?" An American mayor in the history of the state of Montana. I said, "No, I didn't think about it." They say, "And to crown it off, you're a former refugee." As time went on, I realized refugee. As time went on, I realized it was more than just me. If I, Wilmot Collins, could do that here in Helena, others can see and see here in Helena. Others can see and say, "Hey, we can emulate him." I have opened up the door, and I think the city is doing well. The day-to-day is busy, no doubt. Very important. That's why the first Wednesday of the month. But it's rewarding.
Discussion administrative services, we have.
And I think the city is doing well. How can we continue interacting with? I'm pleased to say that. That's why the first Wednesday of the month, I meet with the community. I say, hey, talk to me. What's going on? How can we make this place a better place? How can we continue to work together? I'm pleased to say that my community is one of the most accepting community you can think about in this country. But it's not fun.
The first thing I started hearing was people say, oh, the immigrants, the refugees, they're going to suck up our resources. They're not going to contribute to this community. It's not true. We want to give back to the host country. We want to give back to the country that gave us that second chance. Oh, the immigrants, the refugees, they're going to suck up our resources. They're not going to contribute to this community. It's not true. We want to give back to our host country. We want to give back to the country that gave us that second chance. This is our country, and we will do it. Thanks for having me.
Taking action to solve the Global Citizen Prize will recognize remarkable change makers, artists, world leaders, business leaders. In 2012, Global Citizen launched a movement. Millions around the world have taken action to solve the world's biggest challenges. Now, the Global Citizen Prize will recognize remarkable change makers, artists, world leaders, business leaders, and youth leaders. Individuals who are taking exceptional action to end extreme poverty and achieve the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Those who stand up for social change, locally and globally.
The United States will withdraw.
On December 2nd, as we celebrate one of the greatest global citizens.
I was elected. Not Paris. The citizens of
Pittsburgh. Now, what was upsetting about that, and that alliteration, was a stereotype of our past. But Pittsburgh is poised and ready to lead in the 21st century.
We're seeing cities and states and companies and individuals saying we are still in, even with the president pulling us out of one of the most important treaties, when every other major country in the world has said we are going to come together and commit to dealing with climate change.
I continue to be shocked at how close the water is encroaching just on the beach. Sea level rise is completely apparent in Miami.
Is completely apparent in Miami. We had 6.5 foot of water on the main level of the house for over a week. Stuff that was in our bedroom wound up in the garage, and stuff that was in the garage, I imagine. 6.5 foot of water on the main level of the house for over a week. Stuff that was in our bedroom wound up in the garage, and stuff that was in the garage, I imagine that's way down in Louisiana now.
The storms are becoming stronger in Puerto Rico. The worst thing is to think that that reality will repeat.
Not a lot survived that fire in Ventura County. It burned so hot that everything just liquefied. To not be able to save anything was just really hard.
If we're going to avoid breaching catastrophic levels of warming, we need to be putting our foot on the renewable energy of the 21st century.
Businesses have lined up to say we're still committing to the Paris Accord because it's good for their bottom line.
My daughter Faith, she made the decision. G acceleration pedal.
The transformation towards a renewable energy future is the greatest
because it's good for their bottom line.
My daughter Faith, she made the decision that wind was where she wanted to be. This is an opportunity that hasn't been available in America for a long, long time.
The solar industry is offering that second chance opportunity to individuals like myself. It doesn't matter if you're Republican, Democrat, Independent.
As an American Marshall Plan, we can exceed the goals of the Paris Agreement.
This is the start of us taking control of our future.
We have the
future.
We have the right to a future. We have the right to these basic necessities that we need to live. We, the people, need to take action.